massive explosion at the port of Shahid Ragai in southern Iran's Hormuzgan province has left 36 people dead and more than 1,240 others injured, according to the Iranian news agency. The blast took place Saturday morning at a gas tank within the Shahid Ragai section of the Bandar Abbas port complex, causing extensive damage to nearby buildings and cars. Iran's Mehr news agency reported that as the fire spread to other containers, a second, smaller explosion took place at around 9 p.m. local time. Officials said the initial blast was caused by chemical materials stored in a container at the port. Meanwhile, Iranian government spokeswoman Fatima Mohajarani urged caution against any premature speculation regarding the cause of the incident, pending the results of the ongoing investigation. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati has called for calming tensions, de-escalating the situation, and exercising restraint to avoid further turmoil in the region following the Kashmir attack. During a phone call with his Pakistani counterpart, Minister Abdel Ati reaffirmed Egypt's commitment to enhancing cooperation and advancing bilateral relations between the two countries across various fields. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati expressed his condolences to the Indian government and people following the recent terrorist attack in Kashmir during a phone call with his Indian counterpart. Abdel Ati reaffirmed Egypt's strong stance against all forms of terrorism and extremism, emphasizing the importance of self-restraint at this critical juncture to prevent further escalation and support efforts to bring security and stability to the region. For the third consecutive night, India and Pakistan have exchanged gunfire along their border, escalating tensions after an attack in Kashmir that killed 26 civilians. The Indian Army described the gunfire as unjustified, reporting that light weapons were fired from Pakistani Army positions, targeting Indian forces in the Tumari Gali and Rampur sectors on Saturday night. Traffic has come to a standstill on the national highway linking Pakistan's Sindh and Punjab provinces as lawyers and civil society activists continue their sit-in against the controversial project to extend 6 canals from the Indus River. The protests, which have now entered their 10th day, are growing in numbers, with more joining in opposition. The sit-in has disrupted the movement of vehicles, causing delays in the transportation of essential goods, including fuel and food supplies. Pakistani Defense Minister has announced that Russia and China could play a key role in the international investigation into the recent terrorist attack in Kashmir. He highlighted that both Moscow and Beijing may contribute to the investigation and could even form a dedicated team to assist in addressing this. Indian police have arrested at least 175 individuals suspected of involvement in the recent terrorist attack in Kashmir that claimed 26 lives. A police spokesperson confirmed that multiple raids were carried out as part of a large-scale security operation in several regions, including the city where the attack took place. The President of the UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, extended his condolences to Indian Prime Minister over the victims of the recent terrorist attack in Kashmir. During the phone call, the UAE President reaffirmed the country's firm stance against terrorism, emphasizing it as a threat to both regional stability and global peace. Several people were killed and others injured when a driver plowed into a crowd during a Filipino street festival in Vancouver. The incident took place shortly after 8 p.m. local time near East 41st Avenue and Fraser Street, where the Lapu Lapu Day block party was underway. Police said the driver was taken into custody but did not provide further details. A heavy police presence was seen at the scene, with officers turning vehicles and pedestrians away from the area. Hundreds of people gathered on Sunday as the tomb of the late Pope Francis opened to the public at St. Mary Major Basilica in Rome. Breaking tradition, Pope Francis had requested to be buried at the Basilica rather than at the St. Peter's, making him the first pope in over a century to be laid to rest outside the Vatican. His tomb bears a simple inscription, Franciscus in Latin, with a reproduction of the iron-plated cross he often wore hanging above the marble slab. The late pontiff's body was moved to St. Mary Major Basilica on Saturday, following a funeral ceremony in St. Peter's Square, attended by more than 250,000 mourners. His coffin was carried on an open-topped pauper mobile through the streets of Rome, giving residents, pilgrims, and tourists a final opportunity to pay their respects.